What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 11 now of this career mode here with Hamburg. Of course, this season is a big season. Last episode, we were able to qualify for the Champions League after we beat Copenhagen over a double leg header. And in that one, we showed you the group which features PSG and a couple of other really difficult sides. So this season's going to be quite tough, I think, trying to stay competitive in the Bundesliga, but also trying to get as far as we possibly can in the Champions League as well. So with this, I'm showing you the back end of the transfer window. Of course, it is deadline day as we kickstart today's episode off. But we've got 3 games to come as well. 2 in the Bundesliga and our Champions League debut against PSG. So all that to look forward to. Now, I tried to sign Ruben Neves. It was a little bit out of my price range. Wolves wanted a bit too much. I only had £18 million to spend at this time. And then I thought to myself, what am I doing? I need a new striker. I need another one because we only have 2 at the club at the moment, or 2 recognisable ones anyway. So Ante Rebic was a man that I looked at, and I did look at the suggestions from last episode, and thank you to the people who left them. But in terms of the money I had left and what I really needed, I felt like Ante Rebic was the right man to fit the bill. He had a good World Cup with Croatia in real life, and I just feel like at 24, he still has a lot to offer. Not only that, but he's playing for one of the other Bundesliga teams. I think it's Frankfurt, and so it's kind of weakening them, but still strengthening us, if you get what I'm saying. I like having the transfers that do that sort of thing. So Ante Rebic comes in for £15.1 million. It was a release clause in which we paid. His value was £11 million when we first signed him. But with the stats he's got, I'm certainly looking at this signing and trying to make sure that he plays a part in this season specifically. So Ante Rebic is the final man to join us here at Hamburg. He is the latest of the new signings. He'll wear the number 32 shirt, as there isn't really another number available that can really, I guess, show a striker's number. So he's going to wear number 32. You can see some of the other big deals that have gone through. Firmino's joined Real Madrid for 68 million. And then Real Madrid also splashing the cash on Donnarumma as well. So 2 transfers, £115 million spent, which is just mind-blowing. Really is. And that's the difference. You know, these type of teams can do it. A few of the Bundesliga teams have splashed some cash as well. Dortmund have let go of Pulisic, though. So I'm thankful for that because it means we won't be having to face him this season. Bentancur joining us, of course, for around £21 million is the biggest deal that we managed to make from Juventus. I'm really, really happy with that one. Berlin, they signed a new centre-back. You can see as I'm going down who is signing who and which players have joined which club. But there you go. End of the transfer window for summer then. And with that, that is our team locked in and ready for the season. Of course, Bentancur is a new addition. We've got Rebic now. We've got Benjamin Pavard, Zuber. And you got to remember as well, a lot of these players have come from Bundesliga clubs. Pavard came from Stuttgart, Zuber from Hoffenheim. Now with Rebic coming in from Frankfurt. So a lot of these players have come from other Bundesliga clubs, hence weakening them, strengthening us, and hopefully playing a part as well. But this first game comes against Leipzig, and as you know, we didn't really do very well against them last season. We were defeated once and drew with them in the other game after we actually fell, was it 2-0 down or something like that? But I know for sure we didn't play very well against them. So in many ways, this is about redemption, trying to get a bit of revenge on them. We started the game off really well. Alphonso Davies with an early chance, and then Kostic sent through by Zuber. His shot was goal-bound, but the keeper made a fantastic save. And with that, we only had to defend, but the first time of asking, just before the half-time whistle came, Nani picked up the ball, found a ball in towards Poulsen. He laid it to Werner, took one touch and smashed it in the bottom corner. There's not a lot I can do against that. Werner is going to be the death of me. I hate playing against Timo Werner. He's just so quick, so good on the ball, and it is difficult to defend against him, really. When he's running at you like that, and he only takes one touch before shooting, it's just difficult, man. You just sometimes can't defend against it. So literally the first shot we had to defend, we were unable to do it, and Leipzig had the lead in the game, where otherwise we'd started off pretty well. And into the second half we go, and this is where frustrations came into play. Yeah. Castello runs in towards my box. Torreira goes over, tries to win the ball, and the referee points to the spot for what I don't think is a penalty in any shape or form. Joke of a decision from the ref. Frustration showing, and just ultimately not a great way to start off Season 2 in the Bundesliga. I mean, like, how is that a penalty, ref? How is it a penalty? So, yeah, I was annoyed, and as it was stepped up, Timo Werner, of course it is, just goes down the middle and makes it Leipzig 2, Hamburg 0. So to say I was a little bit frustrated would be an understatement. I was so angry with this game, the way it played out. We then tried to find some late chances. Rebic came off the bench to have one, shooting goal-bound, but the keeper, it was straight at him, easy save. Then 2 more chances to come. Rodrigo Bentancur driving forward before finding Arp, whose shot was goal-bound again, well saved. by the Leipzig goalkeeper. From the resulting corner, we ended up laying it short towards Kostic. He puts the cross in, and I do believe it was Papadopoulos in the end who gets his header goal bound, but again, the keeper equal to it. So, good performance from the Leipzig number one. Ultimately, though, for us, it was not. And as Diekmeyer here took down Poulsen, I was having none of it. I was like, I'm not going to concede a third. I'm going to bring him down. And then I got red carded. And I was just like, this is a joke, because we still had two defenders back. He wasn't last man. I know it was a professional foul and everything. But again, with having two defenders back, is it really a straight red? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But Diekmeyer's red card means he will play no part in the game against Frankfurt, which is to come right now. Rebic's former club, of course, he starts today on the left-hand side. There is also a potential debut on the cards for a Robin Manole. You remember him? He's come from our youth academy. I was really excited about him. We've trained him all the way up to a 75 rated centre attacking midfielder. And he's got a 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. My prayers have been answered. How many times have I spoke about it? The fact that some of my players never have the right skill moves or the right weak foot. Well, Robin's got it. 5-star, 4-star. So he's on the bench today. Might make an appearance later on. We'll see how things are going. Because after this game, we've got to think about the squad, because we move into a game against PSG to come. So, yeah, although I've named a strong side for this, I don't think all of the players out there will finish the game. I've got a likelihood that a few players will have to be changed out, ready for that PSG game. But this was a lot different, man. We took the game to Frankfurt, in all honesty. Nice pass inside from Rebic towards Arp, who just literally ran through and finished off nicely into the bottom corner. For somebody that's 18, going on 19 now, he's already so young, but he's still a massive, massive part of my side, you know. And I said this, when I gave him the number 9 shirt, there is a little bit of pressure on him, but at the same time, he's just got to try and just deliver, really. I know it's going to be tough. He's only 18. When you're coming up against some of the best defences in the world, at the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, you know, these type of teams when you're in the Champions League, I know he's going to have a tough afternoon. I know that for sure. But it's in games like this, against the likes of Frankfurt, where he's got to shine. And shine he did, because he already had one before finding a second with his head after a lovely delivery from the right-hand side from Davies, put it in, and all he asked was that the German got on the end of it, and he did just that. So I've got a feeling that he's going to be a future international here up. He's going to be a massive part of Germany's team, certainly a massive part of ours. But at 2-0, it was time for some changes. And as I mentioned, Robin Manole, I was about to call him Roberto, I don't know why. Robin is coming on. Not only that, but Muller came on, and also so did Kostic as well. So a brand new midfield trio in that area just to close the game out. Speaking of Manole, here he is on the ball, finding a pass to Arp, who shot, trying to get himself the hat-trick. Was saved by the goalkeeper as it took a deflection goal bound. Hradecki with the save. And that ended off a fantastic win. So after losing 2-0 to Leipzig, where I didn't feel like we deserved to, we bounced back in the right way. 2 goals from feet up, allowing us to get the win here after 0 shots came in from Frankfurt. They lost Rebic. He's one of their better players. It's going to be a tough season for them, I think, especially now the fact that they don't have a lot of goals in the side. It really is going to be a difficult season. Now, here's where things get tough for ourselves. It is time for our Champions League debut, and we're facing PSG at home. Things start off very difficult. As I said, we're in a tough group. Villarreal in there as well. Can't remember who the other side was, but you saw it prop up on the screen moments before this. It's a 4-3-3. Neymar out on the left. I mean, that's all you need. Neymar is worth more than my entire team put together, but I won't get into that. And speaking of Neymar, he was the cause of my first issue. 26 minutes in, he started running at us, so I just decided I'm not having any of this. Make the tackle happen. It was a late challenge, it really was, but at the same time, again, is this a red card? For crying out loud, ref, honestly, man. Papadopoulos goes in, Neymar on the run, and he sent him off. So, 26 minutes into our Champions League debut, we're down to 10. One of our centre-backs has gone, which means, sadly, Halilovic is the man who's going to have to lose his place here in the game in order to allow us to bring on Benjamin Pavard. Not an ideal start to the game here in Germany. And as the free kick was taken, Neymar stood over it. He sent it goal-bound, but we cleared it off the line with Rebic. And a massive way was the sound of the crowd here in the Volksstadion in Germany. But I've got to say, we dug deep and we played really well after that. Cross towards Rebic, should have scored. No doubt in my mind, he's got to put that in. We should have been leading by a goal till against the run of play. But as I said, you know, we showed heart, we showed character in order to actually make things happen. With down to 10 men, you got to admit, chances like this don't come that often. Rebic again with it. 2 massive chances in the game for the Croatian, and he didn't score either of the 2. But with 12 minutes to go, We defended with all our hearts at this point, just trying to get a draw out of this. We very nearly had more. Lucas Torreira's shot, brilliantly saved down low by Kevin Trapp. And the continuation of chances flowed for Hamburg. We were the miles better side in the game, considering the fact we were down to 10 men. And Rebic got his just reward. With 5 minutes left on the clock, he had found the breakthrough. And at the Volksstadion, Hamburg had got the opening goal of the game. Even with 10 men, we'd been able to actually score the goal. I'm not even sure that we would have done it with 11 men on that scenario. I've got to admit, when we went down to 10 men, PSG definitely took their foot off the gas. They felt like they were going to win the game comfortably, and that was their undoing. But we were brilliant. We defended resiliently throughout. We were able to create chances. This one was my favourite move of the match. It didn't result in a goal in the end, but look at that. One-touch play. Bentancur there. All he has to do is find that last pass, and it's definitely going in the back of the net. But I had to show you the move because it was a great move itself. But with our first game in the Champions League coming to a close, 10 men we completed the game with after a sending off in the 26th minute of Papadopoulos. We defeated PSG, the French Giants. One of the teams who are favourite to win the competition have been knocked down a peg by Ante Rebic's strike, and Hamburg win their first Champions League game of the season. It's our first time of asking. We lost earlier to Leipzig. We weren't good in that game. We bounced back against Frankfurt, and my goodness me, did we bounce back against PSG. And coincidentally, actually, if you take a look at them, both games in this one, we actually had 2 sending offs. So 2 red cards already in the first episode of Season 2. Not what I was wanting to start the season off with. But that is how the group looks then, guys. After the only goal of the game coming, we topped the Champions League group in a group against Napoli, Villarreal and PSG. Napoli were the other side in the group that I forgot about. But there you go. So good start. And we just need to build on that now. Not sure where we're going to finish in the Champions League group. Not sure even how far we will go in that one. But that's it from me for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, I like it, we greatly appreciate it. I do have a Football Manager episode coming out as well. Might have already come out before this one. But just to let you know, of course, with the fight happening tomorrow, KSI and Logan Paul, I'm not sure about the videos. I will update you in due course. Until then, though, guys, showing you Manole, that's it from me for today. Stay tuned for more, guys. Click the subscribe button down below if you want to as well. And I'll catch you again very soon. Adios.